so if anybody else is yeah, I still have to go. And I'll highlight based on the first piece I read tonight and kind of bring it into this piece. Right? This is actually the first piece in the book. But I'll highlight, we know we're in a world where everything is kind of dialogue between the extremes. So part of the goal of this first piece is if you go back and read it or whatever, you'll notice it's not the extreme. Not the extremes mean this. So people that are very action-oriented, is a lot of point of that out, right? People that are very action-oriented, is they are to listen to, I could talk show for everyone. But they will listen to the show, and that show happens to be a show on history or whatever. But the action-oriented people, they don't want to waste any time with it. They don't want to waste any time. You know what happened, you know what happened, why are they wasting time talking about that? That's what the action-oriented. Right? And then we also know people that do just want to talk about the history with what was done, those are the extremes. And so quite often our dialogue doesn't make room for it. And that's where the navigation has to take place. So if you felt kind of like, I don't know any of these people earlier tonight, but then you agree with me that our kids should know, if we don't have a concept that we kind of got emotion, that's all you're going to get. You're going to get the extremes. Action-oriented action. And then you run into a situation in America as a black person that's not knowing yourself will harm you. But you won't experience it until you experience it. But had you been equipped with knowing yourself, you navigate that whole situation. So again, part of the dialogue is kind of pushing back on not being on the extreme. The Haiti example is a perfect example for those who love to highlight the Haitian Revolution, which is an amazing thing in our history. But I'll say typically, in seeing it highlighted, the most people I see that highlighted outside of Haitians about Africans that why they do. Right? So you separate them. But anybody that's not Haitian that I personally that I've seen that highlights that revolution, I typically listen to the rest of their language and stuff there from the standpoint of saying, we need to do that today, not realizing what else we have to in itself thereafter. And as I said, Cold War tactics. Obviously, putting that name on it. But that was the tactics that made really go from the richest in the hemisphere at that time to the lowest. It wasn't just that to push it up. The other countries embargoed Haiti to right now. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Right now, there are kids, there are parents that bake mud every day. That's how nutrition in mud. They literally feed their kids mud right now as we speak to their children. And so we can just say, for people that go to the extremes, we should be doing that now. There's no context if you don't look at the data out. And that's what I mean by the extreme. So the open piece is just to challenge any extreme you might have. Can you think about it just a little different? Or a little different. Probably to be into a better person. Or maybe you're older than 20 for you, and you got to see it's a little bit better than being locked in on one of the extremes. Like, I love, personally, I saw that. So I intentionally rights.
I said, let's go for a buffer.
Right.
Because a government is not going to give you what you want.
You have to go.
The government is just going to give you enough for the government to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. I would say one thing to put this in, not to get too much into politics to this, but if I had to take my 2016 lens on what created the rise of Trump, it really comes in the Obama years of this white middle, this rural white population that was totally disseminated by corporations that were sent overseas. So you're talking about rural Ohio. All those purple states, the mix, like there was complete, and they looked at the Obama people, and these were the same people who worked for Obama. They were Democrats, and they were like, no, we want a different direction. And this guy, he was, coming out to the scene, was saying everything anti-Obama, and so like, let's just try this direction. And then the same folks that go backwards in Mississippi, that don't have no access to health care. This guy didn't do it for So that's to me the longevity. If these are the same people that you banked on, and then you know you got to be re-elected, get them at least something. He didn't get that nothing. And I just didn't think race was enough because he did win that middle vote. So if you go back to the 2016 demo, he won that undecided vote. But the second time around, they went for Obama. So that's why I'm saying when you're in the political landscape, you want to create the longevity to matter. Just like you just said, what is it going to take for me to stay relevant? You ain't building on something. You're not planting seeds, and everything just bombs all this stuff. Like, how you done with this? You heard all those tweets and policy, nothing's happening.
Follow the money.
Right.
The birthright statement, I really rock with that.
What about the second question?
Yeah, this is what's
Either side is going to be wrong based on what so it's like, you don't know wake up to all the people having the right it doesn't. It don't matter if y'all all agree on one of them. Right. You're having the wrong discussion, and it's realized we need to come up believe it or not, even though there's issues, they ain't worried about what we're doing. I don't even use the word that, but for this context, they're not worried about us like. But if they are, but if we're having discussions as if they are, that even makes sense. Any dialogue, I definitely ain't trying to monopolize. Read it, man. So I'll swap the conversation.
I would say that, like, I think about kind of like it's like prepared justice. So I think that's like there's problems with it, agreements, and I mean there are a lot of examples of reparations that have been done in the past, and I think that's something that.
First, it's funny that you said, like, I literally just put that post, like, in the last week, that said, if you ain't a fan of it, just be quiet. Like, just be on that side of it. Like, that's the, you just do the job, and just not say, right, just don't say anything about it. And it's not that I have, I follow a couple of movies that I really respect. There's one, Kanye West, I like how they're legally reasonable, whatever. I don't know the exact answer. Bob Wilson is a big fan of reparations and mentioned during the pandemic time, or whatever, we were talking about how to pay for it. So speaking of that, I've seen some good things out there. If you're not bored, at least be quiet because you don't sign up and get whatever happens if it happens in our lifetime. And even if you're a person who's never going to happen, just say it's my recommendation. Because I think that is a solution that could help the community. So, anybody else, any thoughts?
Reiterate that point that you was mentioning about how you need to move beyond race.
So the world is moving beyond race, partly because race as we know it is a construct. Race as we know it, the way we've learned it, not just Black America, the way America has learned race, the way basically that construct came from the transatlantic slave trade. So that was a time, if you go read historic texts, you might see references to black and white, but it doesn't exist. Not even ancient text, just old text prior to the slave trade. But at that time, if they referred to a race, they literally was just saying where this person is from, this land. So they highlighted the race, it was more about what land that is from. Like if you, so that's a totally different context than the way we understood race, the way we learned it in this country. So now that the world is becoming global and everything's about economics, even race, the way it was set up under that construct, was just so that they could control the land and make money. It was an economic thing that made the elite of America refer to black people as inferior. The elite made up the construct, which means they didn't believe it. They just set it up. It's a construct that has a lot of narratives that have built for years. We are born under that narrative. So since it's a construct with the world going global, that's why you're not going to see the open laws that you see during Jim Crow when the country was still making its money, still an isolationist country, wasn't worried about the rest of the world. Basically getting a lot of money out of the free labor, that's how the rest things moved up so quickly financially. So all of it was a financial thing. So it made sense to make the country grow and it still builds for years.
Yeah, so when you say we move past
So we includes us. We includes us.
So let me tell you why I'm coming with that, right? So, like many people, I apply to different jobs at different times. And every time I apply, I think about what is their race, what is their demographic. So it seems like if you're going to move past the people who number one institution, maybe they should remove it. Not the people who are victims of it. So absolutely, who has a responsibility to remove race?
So you're absolutely right. So since they instituted it, they've been constructed, but our understanding, even on our industry, our understanding is once you realize you must.
I don't mean to say, but since I'm on camera, I can only participate a little bit.
I ain't got nothing to say, homie.
You got plenty to say.
Good to be here.
Yeah, but you got to say. He got some.
Black soccer team, mental dialogue. Y'all come out, intelligent conversation, beyond the conversation, action. Before we can have a plan, we gotta have a master plan. Before there's a
See, this is live.
yeah.
Nah, I got him.
Start on 2 minutes.
2 minutes to Sorry. This is a little longer than that. Everybody have one? Yeah. All right, we start 2 minutes. We're going to do 2 minutes of silence, and then we take this one.
think I understand the line of thinking in the sense of this is more of a class subjugation of former horrible colonies. So whereas in the days of transatlantic slave trade, where race was clearly defined and distinct, white supremacists bringing slaves into America and capitalizing that. Now the thing is kind of transmorphed itself into multiple categories. Whereas class distinction, what we talked about it before, what Richie was doing to keep the class warfare, to keep people in a certain place so they can continue their power grab and that kind of thing. I mean, that's, yeah, man, call that the 21st century. And I guess there's multiple solutions as far as what can either mitigate that, break it, fight it, and that kind of thing. But the idea is that the call of arms bring everybody together to understand one another. Whoever it is. That's more important than anything else in this country than the very solution generation needs to go.
Answer your initial question. So I literally was talking about specifically the Cold War tactics the French used after being defeated in 80%. So the Cold War tactics is basically embargoes by the French and the other countries. So most people don't know that at that time Haiti was the richest country in the Western Hemisphere. But mainly because the French were doing whatever. But you hear a little bit for Americans, maybe have heard a little bit and know some of the Haitian revolution to a degree. I know that they defeated the French to keep them out. And so, but unfortunately, for so many years later, matter of fact, all the way up until you probably just better than I do. I think in the decade, 15 years ago, and maybe a little later than that, to where they just stopped having to pay for what happened at that time. And so Cold War tactics typically economic embargoes and political tools and tactics. So the political tools and tactics at the time was other countries don't do business. So that's like saying, hey, y'all don't do business with them now that we're out. Don't do business. So they made relationships there. And so, but the idea of even bringing up that time is the dialogue is ultimately trying to weed through better solutions than we typically spend time talking. Often, we're in an era now where we know people usually have dialogues or even when they come together, so we're going to come together and do something. Often that dialogue gets involved between two extremes, right? And so part of what you're seeing here is, like, I see people that are mentioning, look what Haiti did. You know, look what we did. They came together and they did that. People will say that today in 2023. That person never talks about what happened in Haiti that happened. Right? And so when somebody using that as an example in 23, that's one extreme. Right? And so somebody might disagree with them, and so they'll get bogged down on the extreme of what needs to be done. But clearly, those extremes, neither one would have worked based on what happened. Like, you can go to the extreme of they came together to keep the French out. Ooh, it's a proud thing. And again, I'm not very respectful of Haitians. So I'm just talking about the little knowledge we typically learn about it and how we piece it together and attach to it, kind of without all the information. And so, again, it's just a dialogue trying to challenge not going to extremes. Because the answer is usually always in the middle. And so if you spend too much time arguing over extremes, how you even move, you're stuck having the wrong conversation. So you can come together on one of those solutions. It's the wrong conversation as the world goes global. As the world goes global. So when the line says, truth is, the game is global now, and race as we understood it is becoming a thing of the distant past. Matter of fact, I'll ask, can somebody just give me their best guesstimate of what they think that is in 2023? How is race becoming a thing of the distant past? Even if you've never thought about it to this moment, anybody willing to take a stab at it? how race is becoming a thing of the distant
Just look at our perceptions and how they've developed over our lifetime. You know, I know growing up, you know, my perception of Africa was tainted by media and television to think that it was cold, that it was non-effectual and disorganized. All of these negative messages were sent to them, you know, and then now when I filter that out, and now I look at the technology, I look at, you know, the different countries and what they're doing and the industries that they're creating. From my perspective, I was like, how did this all? Did this magically just happen all of a sudden? No, it's been going on the whole time. So as they produce, as other countries, no matter what their background or ethnic background, continue to produce, it does become a global economy. And we just are slow in this country of understanding that that's been going on for decades, for centuries for us. So I think that changes our perspective, and it causes us to kind of look at things differently and not evaluate different countries and rack and stack them in terms of priority, but look collectively at what who people are and what they're producing. And I love the line where you said we can transcend most of the oppression that we leave the non-producers behind, regardless of race in the new global creation. So it's about production. That's part of it, about you becoming who you are. And just like you said earlier, you becoming who you are, and that leads to whatever you do produce. It could be you, it could be your children, it could be whatever. But if you are living your authentic self, you will find that thing and produce. And everyone loves excellence. So if that thing is excellent, they're not going to look and say, okay, this is a certain company, let me look who the owner is so I can see if they're black or not. You know, they're just going to buy whatever you're given. And so in a way, that's the great equalizer.
And such a great equalizer that it's imperative that we culturally spread that through our music. That to understand that it's that type of equalizer. Here's a couple of ways of how we stay in the construct of race. And if you agree that the world is plastic, based on a lot of things that you said, I would agree with. But here's a couple of ways we stay completely stuck in the construct. So, like the thought of what you just talked about. So, you have a better viewpoint on the continent. Part of the construct is the fact that we refer to the whole continent the way that we do. Right. Versus the countries, because when we start going to the countries, some of what you apply absolutely applies. In some countries,
some don't.
It's still some of the stuff you think, right? So just even talking that way is a construct that is handed to the world, if you will, right? So the fact that we refer to Africa, as I'm still doing, is living in the construct. The other aspect of it is to even for those who look at what the Chinese are doing, they have so many people in there running out of space, and so obviously they're making agreements and things happen in certain countries within Africa where there's a lot of demand and things like that. So that's what they're doing, one, out of necessity. But you're stuck in the construct as an American if you only look at it's only a sport. If you only look at what the Chinese are doing as only exploiting versus how you just mentioned being a producer versus being not a producer. One, they're having to do out of necessity. I'm not saying there's no exploitation. That's not construct that already assumes anybody outside of us working with us has the upper hand. The assumption alone is being stuck in the country.
Yeah, I mean that's a paradigm that when it's time for you to make t-shirts, you want to make it out of your garage. You know, you can't go to your neighbor's garage and they got better tools, and you go and you sell t-shirts out of it. I mean, honestly, what came to my mind was dying. You know, initially as I was talking about how, you know, people say I look like a good name, you know, and they were inviting Americans back, you know, and saying, right. So, you know, but if you go to South Africa, there's there's more diversity in those countries. And so, you know, it's not, when you go to a country, it's not just people that are dark skinned that are the predominant race in that country, you know.
And then let me add more context to being stuck in that mindset. So that's what it is. Saying like, oh, it's only exploited, right? Like the Chinese going there. Like those governments are agreeing to it based on whatever their infrastructure issues are, whatever. So yeah, there could be some exploitation and leverage and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying it's not there at all. However, where this is going, oh, this is exploited, not saying we're not. And some of those countries are welcoming it based on their current infrastructure. Right. So, but in that though, this is tough. So when we think that it's exploited, it also makes us resort back to the old way of thinking. And saying we don't want to go there. We're not even witnessing why the other people don't want to go there. Like we're witnessing a situation not realizing.
Because I haven't dealt with the rules, I don't know how.
Us stuck in the country.
So I'm just watching it.
So that's what I'm
And
saying
I'd rather
about
gossip about it.
race. It's kind of it's just the past. It's like reality of technology and today. Absolutely right. The last race, I love it was something I thought about years ago. I started mental should black people vote for Obama? Because that was the year that Obama was coming up. It was October, so the election was in November, right? So I said, should we vote for Obama? And so we've had our quote unquote black president now, right? And so it's a reality. We love the fact that the next generation can, see that example. So that's a great thing about it. But in 2007, the last people to get on board that he actually could do was African American. In 2006, if you asked any black person in the country, when we have a black president in our lifetime, the answer is no. And let's put that in full context. Our answer was, we thought it would be after ours. That's how far we hit it. So, this is, I'm not capable of white people right now. Listen to what I'm talking about. The structure, the construct, how we stay stuck in it. So, our entire community is wrong about whether they're white Americans or they're. I'm not talking about white people are good or bad. It's not what I waste time on that. But how far were we behind of where, again, I'm not calling the progress more than what it is, but we were completely off. So to be that far off, and now watch everybody go to Africa, and we still don't want to go. Because we're staying stuck in this country. Not just black people, white Americans stuck in this construct too. So I'm not saying it's just us. The construct comes from our country, for the most part.
So
go ahead.
Here's, I'm sorry.
No, please jump in. I don't want to really dominate the conversation.
So here is, and I was letting everybody know that I do, my background is psychology. So understanding that for so long, the construct for us has been motivated. It has motivated us to be excellent, to work. What did they say? You got to work
2 times harder.
2 times as hard to get. So when we look at that, we say we stick our chest out. We say, yeah, that's right. I proved it. Black people are not lazy. Black people are excellent. Black people are engineers. Black people, we go down the list, and it makes us feel proud. Now that was all construct based. That was what motivated us, is to overachieve and say, look, and be proud and stick our chest out. So if that's gone, the question is, what is the replacement in terms of motivation for us striving and becoming excellent? That's the question.
So I will highlight it goes back to the initial part of the conversation tonight, is equipping them with you already are what you are. That's what our black children typically are going to miss in 12 years of administration. So all get your period.
Okay.
Very well.
How to feel annihilate, that's where we're just bringing it into reality and really forward like the last we had. economics are dealing for, but like, we need respect, we need love.
It'll take every, like you said, they want trick. Every white person will walk into a bank and say, you gave the brother 7% interest rate. We all take 7%. No, they taking 3%. They taking 3%. They gonna bitch about it and say, give everybody 3%, but they not going to leave like.
They didn't know, or they whatever.
They not
They
gonna
didn't
do
have
it.
attention, like, to show where they were. They didn't have someone to show them, like,
How a person moves on earth and the luxuries that a person enjoys.
they
Right?
loved me.
So that's what Jane was saying. Like, I'm not going to exchange my luxuries, my privilege. I'm not going to exchange my privilege to
Saying I
go
love
for
you.
what you
And
want.
then-
For sure.
You know what I mean? So people are not going to up
But that's what.
let's take this rough this
All right, y'all, time for us.
I remember, onto your point, they usually have a specific term on how to use, but there was 3 levels of like, there was peripheral economies, there was like literally certain sectors of the entire world that they are simply a raw material. And then there's a next one, okay, they create the fabric, and then they come to us with information, because we're in the, like, you know, we're a first world country, meaning these are the countries that have like dominated other countries and have now made it so the only thing they can be is like lower levels, you know what I mean? So it's actually now, the more interconnected we are, the more there's like a world classes system, not just within one border, you know?
Why do you think that? Why does it become so interwoven now? I don't think, let me keep my opinion out of it. Why do you think?
No, that's what that's the dialogue's for, to give it up.
I don't want to give the answer, I'm asking the question. Why do you think that? Why do you think it's happening now? You said it's been like that.
It's been like that.
And now it's more.
What is the question? With the internet, I'm just listening. It was just a statement I was saying.
Oh, yeah.
Global, I'm not saying it's been global.
But now.
Information traveling faster.
So my question is, why? No, we know why information travels, but why do you think it's happening now? If it's all, to your point, to your question, I'm saying it's always been happening. Why do you think it's being heightened or escalated?
I don't think it's been escalated. I don't think it's been escalated. I think it's shifted in terms of the type of, everything shifts over time because it's like we shifted, we drive cars now, we force them to, it's things over. But I don't know necessarily.
So I'm asking that question because I don't know any black-owned companies that own media. Own or dispense media. So when Bob Anderson talks about the fourth tier of owning media, because media helps you to tell your narrative, tell your story, right? So I'm saying, since we haven't been, as black people, haven't been the owners and controllers of media, why do you think now the people who do own and control the media are given such access to the world now? If you control the narrative, why now? Why are you putting it out now?
I would offer that, Eldridge, he offered, because I want to make sure I give credit where it's due. So he always says that technology is disrespectful. And I actually offer that technology is relatively an equalizer in order for the media not to monopolize. Now in this country, as far as major media, we know that's down to 4 companies, they're trying to go to 3. So the monopoly from the old methodology is obviously still a part of what they do to control the narrative. And I would offer that education controls and thinking based on what's happening specifically outside of the district. So I think to a degree we're kind of lost in it and don't always have to compete with what's happening with the matters that they do control. But now that we're having the rest of the world can play along because of the internet, it becomes, in my opinion, more difficult to do quote unquote what they've always done. So I know it's a different angle on, but that's my thoughts to what you're asking.
Can I
Yeah,
say
please.
something? So what I find interesting is when you look at technology's interaction with like children development, they've actually shown that, like, for instance, if you look at TikTok, the content they show children in China is educational.
Absolutely.
It's how can I grow, how can I be self-sufficient, how can I become better on X, Y, Z, the ability to think better. Versus the content fed to our children is stupid. It's not educating you in any way. And on a deeper level, like in college, I worked as a behavioral technician, so I worked with kids with like disabilities. And what was interesting, like a part of that, depending on whatever it was the attention span. And the attention span of like U.S. people, or across the world, a lot of people, has gone down dramatically. So we used to read entire news articles. Now we literally read the first line, and that's it. And so we have very superficial opinions because we don't actually grapple with multiple perspectives to come to like a moderate place. And that's part of why we've become so separate from each other. But the thing about the content is, like, with our children in the media, honestly, I think there's a higher structure that's wanting us to be dumb, because you look at like what these kids are watching, and it's like jumping from page to page to page, like second to second to second, so quickly, and it's actually training you to have less ability to focus on something for a long period of time. And so we're actually trying to get kids away from that so that they stop, like, trying to stop like ADHD and stuff like that, so I think that's part of it as well. Like, it's controlling our kids from being able to think. I like this. So I think you're right.
So my answer is, I'm pretty sure it's different than yours. Again, I'm not big into a they.
So,
like
as looking at
now we have the
seeing
studies to explain it, that we have to show that attention span. But the real driver of us being addicted to the phone was literally just advertisers understanding marketing, understanding psychology, taking full advantage of, if I can get you to look at it, whatever. So I don't put that in a power of the day. I put it in a natural back and forth amongst humans in the sense of, if I can sell you something, and there's a quicker way to do it, and there's a better way to make you look at this advertisement, that is individual. Taking the chance to be available technology, and as much as I love science, if something's new, it's going to take science 5 to 10 years to assess. What did we just do?
Right.
What did we just do? Now, the person who's trying to make money off of it is ahead of that game, because they're doing the studies ahead of the rest of us, if you will. But I say, I don't have any children, but the most difficult thing for my friends raising their children, I always tell them that you had no game plan for that phone. How could you? How could you? But I don't think that the phone was a they. It was simply advertisers doing what they do. What has the FTC been doing for the last 2 years? They've been fighting to keep sex off the TV. Of course, we said they do a terrible job. But if you really want to go figure out what the FTC has been tasked to do for the last 30 years, the advertisers have been wanting to put sex on TV for 4 years old for 40 years. And they're still, this right battle or whatever, free speech or whatever, always the battle of the FTC. Of course, we look at TV, we feel like they're winning. But they've always wanted to do it because of what sex invokes as far as selling people. So I'm just highlighting when I start understanding what somebody who wants to make money will do. That's not necessarily a they, but if you want to do it, and 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 we got the money to do it, we'll sell that to the whole population. We didn't get together to do it. We was just trying to make our money the slickest way we could.
To your point, why now? The question is, why not now?
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't know y'all pocket. I don't think so.
So here's racism. Here's happening.
But she been in the
Still comes
government
down to the But capitalism was anyway, but to your point, right? The social construct is for lower level discrepancies. But the capitalism is trying to
I don't want anyone next to me talking.
so black and white is talking bullshit on this level. Where the capitalism is like, we have made more money since the pandemic. We lied with the point of the pandemic. Transfer the wealth in record time. Now, that was the social we got that going on, right? Using technology.
I don't know about
Now we know we can do this at any
every
time.
time when I wake up, when I go to school, I put water on my
Pandemic.
cold water.
Always some sort of pandemic going on.
Now I think with the election, a lot of people are.
Yep.
So what? When it comes to social media, yeah, they put up, yeah, they know Jay-Z is in there before they know Ross. Oh, global.
That's a wake up call.
Globally. They know how Jay
It's very important to recognize the legacy, the history of what something has come from. It's not gonna sprout much farther from that. Like they say, the apple of the something like that. We can vote all we want, that's cool, do your civic duty, but at the end of the day, when you look at the history of this, how much has it really changed? 16%.
It is a good change.
2010, hopefully. Looking forward, not being pessimistic, maybe 2030, everything will change. Maybe. Now, if it doesn't, at least come on, we gotta be realistic.
I'd like to add to that. Sorry, I'm gonna bring everybody together. Let's go. Sorry, I told you I'm cutting all of them off. That's how it works. Put them together, everybody come together. We gotta get out of here. All right, bring everybody to the center. Like college groups with net discussions, we can do something with it, right? Some of the stuff we're talking about, hey, maybe it's a little past your time if you will, if you want to be honest about it, and some of those dialogues. But it's 75 or more cuts like that. So hopefully you understand how to use it. But the idea of cutting it off the bite is, again, when I say this is the smartest event in the city, hopefully your mind is on a lot of places just because the conversations were so different. Again, there are seeds, and typically, when you're coming to one of these events, we are spending longer on one of those topics. So tonight was intentional. This format is called Mental Olympics. So I use Mental Olympics typically about 4 times a year. And when we do that, it's going to be a night where you get mentally put in a lot of different directions. But in other events, you may get longer time on one of these topics. Just to give you a comparison. So that was why we had to shorten this tonight. All right. So what we do at every event, and this is the most important part of the event. If you ever see me promote this year, I've been using a theme, dialogue and connect. And so hopefully you've enjoyed the dialogue. Some people come here and enjoy the dialogue so much that they come back just for the dialogue. The most important aspect of this club, and it is a club, is the connection point. Basically, the draw is the conversations. Ultimately, we want you to do business with one another. So if you go to a network, if we were in a networking event right now, we don't have cards anymore, but in the past, everybody would be meeting everybody, handing out their cards. You're not really listening because you're both pitching to each other. Like that's what happens at networking event. We have actual testimony with people connecting here because we're going to do, anybody who wants to take advantage of this, 1-minute pitch on your business or your event. We're going to literally put you on the clock for 1 minute. What that does is, if any one person in here wants to know more about what you're doing, that is a warm lead. It's going to come up to you and keep y'all out of here. Y'all talk about it on the side. That's much easier than trying to meet everybody in your car and nobody listening to each other. One person comes to you because you did a great 1-minute pitch, then we have results to come. So with that said, for some of y'all that are taking advantage of it and already know how to do this, somebody give me a call in a minute? All right. So literally, if anybody wants to volunteer to do a 1-minute pitch on their business, you're on the clock, you're literally on the clock for 1 minute. When you're coming out, you say, all right, you good. As soon as you start talking, you're up. As soon as you start. When you start talking, that's your minute starts.
Okay, good. So my name is Jay White. I go by Jay the Dreamer. I am a business owner here in the community. Several brick and mortars, but primarily I talk about Petty Cabs ATL. PEDI, like foot. Petty Cabs ATL. It is a bicycle transportation company. We literally take people on tours of the city. We do food distribution. We have what's called Eat Ride Expo. We'll take people on date nights around the city, get visitors, tourists, residents acclimated to the city. You can follow us pettycabsatl.com. We have advertising opportunities. We're on the Beltline. We're in the tourism districts, and yeah, we employ young black men too.
I love it. Let me highlight real quick. In him advertising, they also have a group economic things where it's like 10 different businesses. You offer to sell those black-owned businesses on this petty cash. Amazing idea. Just had to highlight that. Anybody else want to pitch? Right here. You're up. Tell them who you are.
Hello everyone, I'm Melissa. I am a organized space designer. What that means, I organize your closets, I organize your home offices. If you have a business, your inventory. I've been doing it professionally for 7 years and personally since I was 6. And I love it. I also help with unpacking and packing in your moving transitions. If you want to learn more, I have cards and I have like digital cards, so feel free to ask me questions. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else want to take advantage? You up?
My name is Milk. I'm one of the leaders of VIP. It's a poetry collective. Also show every third Saturday with the Spark. I've been doing it for almost 6 years this year. To keep a show here in Atlanta is hard to do. Because it's a show every single month. I've written 2 books. My first book is called I Apologize. No, I'm Young, Arrogant, and Invincible. My second book is called I Apologize. I'm currently working on my 3rd book. I'll say the title because I never said it out loud. The strongest thing you'll ever see is a black man smile. So that's the name of the 3rd book.
Wow.
A lot of different black men talk to me about different things they're going through, and we just talk and we build because a lot of times we don't share our emotions to anybody. So I feel comfortable. I'm glad that black men feel comfortable talking to me about what they're going through and stuff like that. This is one of my shirts. So I've been on V103, City Winery. I've done shows in different states. Just come by me tomorrow if you ain't doing nothing. I give you money back if you don't like my show. Cause that's how much I know it's a good show. So that's it.
And I've been to one of his shows. They're great.
I appreciate you.
Yes.
I work most Saturdays. If I'm off, I'm there. Period. That's how good it is. If you like.
Oh, if you need cards, I'll leave my cards right here.
All right. Anybody else want to take advantage of the pitch? That's how you missed the last time.
My name is Sabrina. I'm the owner of Mosaic Foods. We're in our 7th year. We are a local paint and sip business. We do great fundraising. We want to make money and have nothing to do but hire us. You can call more. We're at mosaicmoon.life. That's our website. Mosaicmoon.life.
They can do silver paints in any state. You still doing
Oh
that?
yeah, we travel. We're as far as California. Wow.
So if you got family that want to do something cool or they don't live near the city and they do cool stuff, go to Mosaic.
Or they can do a virtual party.
They can do a virtual party. Yes, they started doing it during the pandemic. I think you had one of these.
Hi, my name is Renetta Cheston. I am a mobile massage therapist. I come into your home and bring the spa to you. However, it is not a spa massage. It is a medical massage, meaning it is what you will receive in the physical therapist office that comes home with you. The stretching, the pulling, the massage, and all of that. And I bring the warming pad, everything to you, and it's very relaxing. If you want to know any more, just ask me for a card.
Yep, I was coming to you next anyway.
I'm Cassandra. I'm the owner of Urban Grind Coffee Shop. We're open every day, Monday through Sunday, just not on every 3rd Friday. I appreciate you guys here. Please come out and support. If you're looking for a coffee shop, place to study or get some work done or meet up with people. I appreciate your business. I catered a lunch for office board meetings, so thank you so much for that. So we do catering as well. So that was dope. So I appreciate it. Please, if you enjoy your experience here, enjoy Urban Grind, not only come back and see us and patronize, but please, we're on social at Urban Grind ATL. Everybody pull up your phones. Please follow us and please share it on social media and let your friends know. Tag one person or send it out or post to something so we can let people know that we're here. We want to continue to be here. And one other review. And leave a review if you had a great experience. Please do that. People usually don't want to leave a review unless it's negative. So please leave your positive reviews too. I can't tell you how many opportunities we've gotten because people have read reviews. The last thing I'm gonna say is we're on we have opened up another location now. So we're on the east side, Beltline Trail. And the shipping container. So we're underneath the Freedom Parkway Bridge, right next to the skate park. So if you guys are walking the Beltline, please come by and check us out.
Can I add one more thing for her? They also have poetry shows here every Thursday.
Yes. Yeah.
So, that's who's in the room. Next thing we do, pretty simple, community needs. Community needs are basically professional or personal referrals that you might need. Somebody in the room might be doing what you need and you don't know it. So, you say, I need somebody to cut my grass, or they know somebody that does the job already well. So it's another quick way to get referrals. So this is not, you're on a minute, and not explaining what your business does to ask for a referral. You're literally just asking, hey, I'm looking for this. So you're kind of on the spot. Anybody looking for anything that they might need, somebody in this room may have. Yeah.
So I'm venturing into green building, which is sustainable design. I'm becoming a lead professional. I'm doing my exam in 2 weeks. Wish me luck. I am looking to get into an architecture firm. So if you know of any connections from project managers in an architecture firm, interior design firm, please let me know. I would appreciate it. Thank
I see
you.
unique requests. Anybody got any referrals off the top of their head for her? Architectural firm?
Yes, architecture, design, engineering firm, construction firm.
Yes. So you'll do it after this? That's just a request. That's how we do it.
Thank
You have a request?
Human resources, so, if you know anybody who's looking for a job, I want to employ them. I own 30 of these bikes, and looking to keep them in the street for 24 hours. So always wanting to send food to food deserts and provide a service for people who need the service. So we need people to keep, after the 8-hour shift, turn in your bike and the next group go. So,
Have you already connected with Hey Stewart? No, I'm sorry, helping empower you, KD Board? Because they program the boards every day.
No, I know we're doing
And
but I don't know.
Okay, I'll be dropping that.
All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
Any other people need referrals? Oh, please.
I have a need, and it's not about urban grind. My aunt, who is also my godmother, wrote 3 books before she passed, and one has already been published. She had, well, in fact, she wrote a big story, and it ended up being 3 books. It was supposed to be 1 book, and it was about 3 different women who were killed. You know, domestic violence, one was killed on Tuskegee's campus as a student, etc. And so the stories were so long that her editor said these need to be 3 different books, so each book is a different woman's story. And so she finished, she finished the books, and unfortunately on her deathbed, she was still trying to get the books published because she wanted to get them published before she died. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. And so I worked with her editor to get the first book published, and that's done. The second book and third book are done, but they're not published. And I have so much on my plate, I'm having a really difficult time getting it done. And so I'm looking for someone that wrote a book, that understands the ins and outs, that I can hire to help work with her editor. Her editor is really committed to get these books done in her memory. So I'm looking for someone that I can hire that can work with her editor and me and try to get these books to the finish line and get them published.
I know your sister, she may have been here before, but she specializes in helping people put out books. So I'll at least refer you to her to see if there's a possibility.
Yeah.
That's what she does, kind of for a living and teaching.
Yeah, and I need someone to help do the work.
No, I'm just throwing it out just in case. I don't know what she'll do.
Right.
But I'm just taking in contact. All right, any more professional needs you might got?
I know someone can assist you too.
All right, so with that said, so typically when you come to the event, we ask that you donate. Tonight, I was telling the group, so we didn't ask y'all to donate. We can, so just gotta keep that in mind. But donations does not keep this club going. Membership keeps this club going. So I would love for the members that are here to stand up so I can just clap and thank you for supporting me. Especially through the pandemic, all the time I said. we didn't have these events, and a lot of them stayed supporting, even though we were doing everything on Zoom, and they got tired of Zoom. So I thank y'all so much for supporting. But however, in order for this to grow and be more of what we're doing, we definitely need people to consider membership. Typically, I make you call your phone right now and go to mineralout.com, but since we don't have time, if you are seriously considering membership, please come see me. There's a special for members on tonight for the books. So obviously, if you want to get a book tonight, please, this is where I'm going to go. I'm going to go, obviously, have you buy these books. But for the members that are in here, if you missed this, if you see this, we out of hardbacks? Okay. All right. So the member special, just so y'all know, it includes a paperback, a t-shirt, we get a t-shirt, and how many bottles of wine we have now? Signature wine, done by Signature Wine, black on wine. And then the signature wine. 7. All right, cool. So for the members, you can get book, t-shirt, and a bottle of wine, 45, that's because I'm out of the paperbacks. So that's the special for the members, and then for everybody else, the pricing is individualized out. Members can also get a paperback and a t-shirt for $30. Again, out of the paperback, so $5 less. So if you're a member and want to get specials, make sure you let me know. Other than that, I hope y'all come to support me, and if you need to interact with anybody, let's move to outside to do that so we can clean up in here. So unless you're buying something, thank y'all for coming tonight. Every third Friday, we're right here. Every third Friday, we're right here. Thank y'all.
So,